Internet Room, it's Tony. How are you? So I am here with like a little haul video. I was thinking to myself, excuse me, because I wanted to make an individual skincare channel, I don't really want to like inundate this channel with skincare stuff. However, I kind of feel like this is about my life, but I want it to recenter back to like womb stuff. But yeah, I don't know how that's going. Like, this was supposed to be an energetic, you know, like womb energetics type thing. Anyway, I got some skincare because I'm horribly escapist right now, and I'm gonna show things that I got. Now, okay, so I've been looking for my toner pads from this brand called Arcona, Arcona. They were at Ulta at one location, but they were on like the bargain rack. So I knew that once I bought both of those, unless they had some shit stashed somewhere else, I wasn't gonna have that location, right, anymore. Now I can go online and buy them, and I did go online, and they do still have them, because I was under the impression, based on how they put them on the rack, that like this was a business that was like going under or some shit like that, but it wasn't. And so, and the item also that I was looking for wasn't like being axed or anything from the list of products. Like, it still was very much listed as a product available to ship out, wasn't sold out, wasn't, you know, waitlisted, back catalogs, anything like that. But I do like just the convenience of going to an Ulta, you know, like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes from where I live. It's really 30-ish minutes from where I live, and picking it up. Outside, I just don't want to wait 3 to 5 days, 7 to 10 days, depending on where you go, up to 14 days, depending on where you go. So I just wasn't willing to wait. But anyway, I got them, and I'm happy because I really enjoy these. So it's the Triad pads from this brand, and I enjoy them. So this is what they look like, and it's like a purple tinge to them, but you can't see that. Anyway, basically the range kind of features a lot of cranberry kind of extract. So it basically has like the antioxidant, quote unquote, aspects. It has rice milk in here, white tea extract, grapeseed extract, and I really like it. Like, if I get really lazy and I don't want to wash my face, I have swiped this on, and I felt like it was good enough. But I really like this. Like, I feel like my skin does well with it. I didn't like toning pads when I was younger, mainly because they were only witch hazel. This does have a little bit of witch hazel in it, but because it's not like the only fucking ingredient, it doesn't irritate my skin. And I think I've heard this before, like the way we tackle like acne and stuff like that really does a disservice to your skin, because it's just like you're trying so hard to like beat the acne, especially when you're like acne prone as a teenager. It usually is really bad. It's a combination of, usually as a teenager you have a shitty diet, shitty sleep schedule, under a lot of social stressors, you know, that as you get older kind of don't matter, but like you are under a lot of stressors in that way. You may be on any like sort of hormones, you may you know, you have your cycle, or you're going through puberty, you're starting that, so it's kind of like a whole cocktail of events happening that leads you to have like a horrible presentation, right? Like, it just is horrible. to experience, and I feel like a lot of teenagers have come and gone, myself included. And it was horrible as a teenager with the acne. Like, I had a lot of cystic acne too, and I kind of just felt like I would go to the dermatologist and I would get like salicylic acid or like really harsh acids, really harsh alcohols, benzoyl peroxide. Like, that shit works for some people, but I kind of feel like it's too harsh. That being said, I like these toner pads, even though they have this little like ribbed, can you see it? That design, that ribbed design. You would think that would be ultra irritating to my skin. It's not. One of the cool things about being oily as a teenager, like leaning towards oiliness, is as you get older it decreases, but you still maintain some of that youthfulness. It doesn't dry out as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were like dry as a teenager, like, we're only getting drier as we get older. And so I kind of do like that I have oil prone skin, but I just don't want it to build up and be gunky under my skin, and then I have like horrible acne. I still only really get a lot of acne like chin, and usually that's a combination of just like touching down there a lot and like hormonal shit like that. But usually it's just like picking at my face or really sweaty, and I haven't washed my face properly to where I feel like it'll get cleaned, correct, you know, like cleaned off, so where I'm not having a bunch of cystic acne. So I don't really have too much acne anymore. I have a lot of discoloration now. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so cheek bones, on your cheeks is usually where you can tell. My neck, but that's not really a part of anything. Hairline is just horrible. Look at that. Look at that. Just terrible. Anyway, so yeah, the triad pads I like. Then I went to TJ Maxx and I found this Coast RX, these green herb calming pads, and I was like, well, let me try these also. I've had like 2 or 3 of these, so I kind of know that they're really cool. Now these, it's supposed to be step 1 and something, but it's like TJ Maxx, so it's kind of like, you know, like TJ Maxx is one of those stores where like you may never find this shit again. Like, some stuff like comes out. I feel like if you want to get introduced to products, go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, places like that. If you want to find like a consistent supply of the products, you're gonna have to go online or go to like an actual beauty store and figure it out, because this could literally, next week I could go and it may not be there, and I may go to like 5 locations and they may never have it again, and then it'll pop up randomly and then they'll go away again. You know what I'm saying? It's really good if you want to just try shit. I haven't opened it yet, but this is what it looks like. It had a little like what's that thing called? I'll open it up now. It had a little thing called oh my god, no way. What is, I can't even open it up, fuck it. But yeah, this is what it is. These are the ingredients. Pretty similar to the other one. Except that one definitely, like I said, had a lot more like cranberry type shit going on. So I'm really interested. Speaking of cranberry, I also have the toner from that Arcana brand, which is this. I'm almost out and I will get this one. So, has the directions on the back. This is what it looks like. And I like this. I like the pads more than this. So if anything, I will get this before this. Although I'm okay with buying this again. But yeah, I really like the pads. The toner's pretty cool. I like it. It's nice. It's refreshing. It's cool. I don't really see any like major difference in my skin. I do feel like my skin, if I layer stuff, feels really moisturized. So I'm trying to layer stuff even though it's summer, and I end up sweating so much, and I wipe off stuff and then it feels horrible because I've wiped everything off essentially before it's soaked all in. But that's not really a knock on this, it's a knock on me being hot. But yeah, this is that. But yeah, I'm almost done it. I will purchase it again. Now these on their own are like 30 plus a piece, which is why I went, it's in the bargain section. But this is on its own is like a pretty penny. So of course, like, I may not get this shit again either based on that. But yeah, I prefer these because I was scouring the earth for these. I knew that they still had this shit in stock. The other thing I want to get and try is the gommage from them. I guess it's like an exfoliating gommage. You put it on and then you leave it on for a few seconds or however long, and then you like take it off. And I kind of am interested in that. I'm not a big exfoliator, skincare kind of person when it, like, you know, I don't do well with salicylic acid. I never have. Glycolic is pretty harsh, and I don't wear sunscreen as often. And so anything that photosensitizes me to the sun, I tend to not want to use and work towards, because especially I'm not going to use it in the daytime. Like this one, I'm not going to use this in the daytime. I use it at night. It's the Kiehl's Daily Refining Peel Toner. Now I eyed this shit for months. You shake it up, and you saw how it was 2 layers. Now it's like a milk, and then you dump it out, and then yeah. And it was between this one and another, and I think it was the other Kiehl's. I think it was Kiehl's, but that one was like ferulic acid or something like that. I like this one because I felt like I put it on my hand. Just dump it. So I put it on my hand, and you see that shine right there? Yeah. So I like that, and I did this several times to see if it was gonna do the same thing. I put it on my hand, and then I like just kept walking around the store looking at it, just making sure it didn't dry out by the time I left, because if it did, it kind of meant that it wasn't going to last on my hand, which means it wasn't going to really last on my face, and I wasn't going to buy it. And so out of all the toners that I tried at Sephora, this was the one that I felt lasted the most. Lasted the longest. There we go. Lasted the longest, and so I bought it. Now this one does have like slight acid, like lactic and stuff like that, but it's not like fucking glycolic. Something like glycolic acid, salicylic acid are very irritating to my face, and I don't know why, but they're just very irritating to my face, and they've always been. Maybe because while I'm oily, I don't necessarily need such harsh acid correction type resurfacing things. Like, I don't know. I am definitely more of a chemical exfoliant though, as opposed to physical. I do notice that. Having like scrubs on my face really I gotta use that every 3 months to 6 months to even a year, because exfoliating my face I just feel like it doesn't go well for me. It's very uncomfortable, and it actually causes a lot of irritation, and I end up having cystic acne afterwards. Go figure. Anyway, so these are the toners that I'm using along with the toner pad. This is what I have, and this is what I've gotten. It's a calming pad. Yeah. Next, I picked up this Artemisia calming toner. Now, these are all Korean brands, from what I'm gathering. I mean, yeah, of course, the Hangul is right there. But yeah, I decided to just try this one. I've never heard of this brand a day in my fucking life, and will probably never hear about it. Bring Green, I guess, is the name of the brand. There was a few things there that I was like, okay, it's whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna look up Artemisia capillaris extract because it's supposed to be 70% of that, and then we'll go from there. You know, y'all will see that later, I guess. But I wanted to try some new toners because also my skin does. Oh, okay. I was like, what? My skin does change with the seasons, and so I do have to be aware of that. Like, I will start trying to use certain products, and like that shit ain't gonna work no more, and I'm gonna be real sad about that. But I know that to be a fact, that my skin really craves like changes, and moisturizers that work now don't necessarily work when it gets colder. Usually I need something richer. La Roche-Posay has been pretty good for my skin as of right now. I get really dry around my eyes and my mouth and my nose during the winter time. Really dry around my eyes, like really dry around my eyes. So I need constant like moisture reassurance for that. Lastly, I like facial mist, not toner mist in general, but like facial mist, like the Evian type shit. I like that. I have Caudalie because I kind of felt like I was getting duped with the Evian. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, well, if this is just spring water, do I want that? This is grape water. So it's grape water, grape juice, and nitrogen. That's what it is. This is $20 at Sephora. And that's how much you get with it. There's a smaller size that's $12. And I forget what the size is, but I was like, fuck it, I may as well just spend the $20. And this will last me roughly the month, so, you know, it's whatever. I spray this after I wash my face. Yeah, I sprayed after I wash my face, and then I tone with like, I use the pad, then I tone with this one. If it's night, I use this one, and then I put La Roche-Posay, and then I put oil on, and then my face is like, it's oily as fuck, but you know, I like it. Because I've been told I look 25 and I'm 30, and I'm like, let's keep it going Benjamin Button style, except not dying when I like look younger, you know, except that, you know, because really he was aging reverse, but it was kind of like, it's kind of weird. Just screw the analysis. But yeah, anyway, so I got this one. I think I will try Evian at some point, or other sprays, because I do have another spray. But yeah, I like this. I like this, and I feel like I want to get the mini one just to put in my purse, so my skin, when it feels weird, I can calm it down. Like coming from outside, especially now that it's summertime, my face constantly feels like just beat down by the sun. So I need this to kind of like cool it down a little bit. So I'm gonna try and get that done. Lastly, I got another facial mist, Dr. Jart. So compare them. This is what they look like. They're both like these like metal or the aerosol type. Yeah. Cans. I got this. I got all of these new things, the Artemisia toner and the calming pads, and this from TJ Maxx. This was $12.99 versus this $20. But anyway, this is how it looks. This is a facial calming mist. And the only reason why I'm trying it is just to try another type of facial mist, like another type of mist. That's it. Just to see if one helps with moisture a lot. Initial. It might be okay. So I'm really curious to see how this one goes. Because this one only has the 3 ingredients. This one has like fucking like 40. So I'm kind of like, you know. But yeah, I will invest more in these sprays and stuff like that. I don't use these to like tone my skin, so to speak. I just kind of use them as initial like adding moisture, and then toning, adding it a little bit more, toning, adding a little bit more, toning, adding a little bit more, and then layering everything else with it, right? So that's kind of where I am at. I have a bunch of skincare stuff and wellness tools. Like I've gotten a gua sha thing for my face. I've gotten the wooden spoon, the wooden comb thing, even though that shit ain't going through this hair. I'm just saying. Look at that gray hair. Beautiful. What is it? I got the like roller, face roller thing, and then it was like, what's the other one? The one that it's not a gua sha tool per se, but it's a tool that I think you go around your eyes, like around my eyes and all the bones around there. But yeah, so that is it. I feel like one day I'll do a complete series of skincare, but again, I kind of feel like I don't know if I want to do that on here because that wasn't the intentional aim of this channel. Let me know if you guys would like that. Like, actually respond, actually comment, because that'll determine where I should go, you know? Like, if people aren't gonna watch it, yeah, I mean, like to post it, but, you know, YouTube algorithm definitely is a thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.